So we will start with SAP architecture, like what is SAP architecture, and some important points like what we discussed yesterday. That is what is dispatcher, what is work process. So these are generally asked in interview. Okay. So I will share my screen. We will just access the server. Oh, yes, Bharat.
Sir, I have created user Rahul Joshi with Z_transaction as role.
Okay.
Except DB13 other transaction sort. Only DB13 is not working.
Yeah, actually, there is some problem in that transaction. I don't know why it is not working. Yesterday also we seen that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave that because we'll not waste much time. Actually, you know now the process, right? How to create a role and how to add it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so just leave that part.
Okay.
So if I go into, don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. SAP MMC. So other than that, you haven't faced any issues, right? For other transactions.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So today we'll be seeing this message server, dispatcher, then gateway, and then the work process types also. Okay. So today's session, it will be more theoretical, but we'll just try to make it interactive by giving some examples. Okay. So this is the PPT. The PPT name is SAP Architecture. So if you see in your Google Drive on installation docs, so you can see this SAP Architecture PPT. Okay. So this is important because there are some few interview questions they ask for freshers. Okay. Like what is dispatcher, what is message server? Okay. So if you see here, so we'll see some components. Okay, what exactly? So the definition, I will not read it out, but we will see what actually the message server is, what is gateway server, what is ICM, what is dialog process. So there is some picture also which shows which we can identify it. Okay, then the NQ work process, spool work process, background work process, update work process. Okay. So if you see the first one, message server, the message server handles the communication between the distributed dispatcher within the ABAP stack and enables the scalability of several parallel application servers. The message server is configured only once per system. So message server, what actually it is? So if you see here in this slide, actually many of the slides are basically dependent on other slides. Okay. So if you see in this slide, so the definition, what we were seeing earlier here, message server handles communication between the distributed dispatcher. Okay. So if you see, there is one instance. So one dispatcher here, one dispatcher and one dispatcher. So what message server does? Message server handles the communication between different dispatchers. Okay. So that is the use of message server. Now, what is a gateway server? Gateway server enables communication between SAP systems, okay, and external application systems. Means what? See, for example, we have ECD, we have ECQ, okay, then we have ECP. So communication between different SAP systems. So this is one SAP system, ECD. This is ECQ is the second, and this is the third SAP system. So communication between these three servers and also the non-SAP systems. Non-SAP systems is also called external systems. Okay. So that means the communication between this SAP and non-SAP and even between SAP system is done by the gateway server. Okay. Now this ICM services, we can see here, this slide shows the ICM. Okay. So if we see, it is a ABAP plus Java environment system. Okay. So currently we are doing for the ABAP stack. Okay. So if you see the ABAP systems, how it is accessed through SAP GUI. That is SAP logon pad. Okay. Which we use this one. So for ABAP system, you need to access the ABAP system through SAP logon pad. Okay. But if it's a Java system, you need to access the Java system through web browser. And how it is done? It is done through Internet Communication Manager. Okay. So for example, if it's a Java environment, we can access SAP through web browser using Internet Communication Manager. Okay. So that is what it is written in this slide. Okay. Then dialog work process. So these are some types of work process. So first is dialog, second is NQ. Spool. What is spool? Spool is nothing but the printing. So spool work process controls the printing printers. We can say printers. So spool work process.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
So what it does? It controls the printing environment. Okay. And background work process. What is this background work process? Background work process is nothing but the, say for example, we can take here, suppose you schedule a backup. So when the backup is scheduled on servers, can anyone tell me? Bharat or Ajinkya or Nilesh, any idea? Or Neha, can you tell me when the backup is scheduled? What is backup? You know what is backup?
Or during updation. Update.
No. Do you know what is backup? First question is, what is backup?
Yes, sir. We have done the copy of the file now. In the starting, we have copied the file.
Yeah. So in the same way, what happens, like whenever when you take the backup of the system, okay, that is the backup of database. Okay, or we can say for example, now we have installed this ECD, right? So when we say that I need to take a backup of this ECD system, okay, that means what? We need to take the backup, database backup. Okay, it is called database backup.